On the edge of the sleepy village of Elderglow, where the moonlight danced on cobblestone streets and stars seemed to wink from above, there stood a forest. It was no ordinary forest, for the trees whispered secrets, and the air shimmered with enchantment. They called it the Whispering Woods, and no one dared enter, except for a brave young girl named Elara. Elara wasn't like the other villagers. She had fiery auburn hair that seemed to burn in the sunlight, and a heart that yearned for adventure. While others spoke of the dangers lurking in the woods, Elara felt a pull she couldn't explain. She had always believed the forest held more than just mystery. It held answers. One crisp morning, as dawn painted the sky with hues of gold and pink, an ancient melody drifted through the village. It was faint yet mesmerizing, like a song carried on the wings of the wind. Elara, with her curious heart, followed the tune to the forest's edge. There, tangled in the brambles, she found a golden thread gleaming in the early light. The thread seemed alive, pulsing gently as if it had a heartbeat. Without hesitation, Elara took it in her hands. The moment she did, the melody grew louder, filling her with a sense of purpose she'd never felt before. A voice, soft and lilting, whispered in her mind, "Find the weaver, for the fate of magic depends on it." Star. And so her journey began. As Elara ventured deeper into the forest, the golden thread glowed brighter, guiding her path. The trees whispered secrets she couldn't quite understand, their voices a symphony of rustling leaves and creaking branches. Suddenly, the thread tugged sharply, pulling her toward a clearing where a peculiar creature sat atop a mossy rock. It was a fox, but not just any fox. Its fur was silver, shimmering like moonlight, and its eyes were a deep, knowing blue. The fox tilted its head, studying Elara with an almost human curiosity. "You hold the golden thread," it said, its voice smooth and wise. "I am Kale, guardian of the Whispering Woods. Why have you come?" Elara explained the melody, the thread, and the voice's command to find the weaver. Kale's eyes sparkled with recognition. "The Weaver of Fates has been imprisoned by the Shadow King. Without her, the balance of magic is crumbling. If you're to succeed, you'll need allies." As if on cue, a rustling in the bushes revealed a second companion, a tiny, winged sprite named Lyria. She glowed faintly, her golden wings fluttering like a hummingbird's. "I've been watching you," Lyria chirped. "You're braver than most. I'll help you find the weaver." With Kale and Lyria by her side, Elara felt her courage grow. Together, they followed the golden thread deeper into the forest, where magic and danger awaited. The forest grew darker as they ventured further, the trees twisting into ominous shapes. The golden thread led them to a shimmering river, its waters as black as night. To cross it, they had to solve the riddle of the stones, posed by a spectral guardian. "I am not alive, yet I grow. I don't have lungs, yet I need air. I don't have a mouth, and yet I drown. What am I?" Elara's mind raced. After a moment, she smiled and said, "Fire." The guardian bowed, and a bridge of light appeared, allowing them to cross. On the other side, they faced a labyrinth filled with shifting walls and illusions. Kyle's keen senses and Lyria's glowing light guided them through, but it was Elara's determination that kept them moving forward. At last, they reached the Shadow King's lair, a towering castle of obsidian and ice. The air was thick with menace, and the golden thread trembled in Elara's hands. Inside the castle, they found the weaver imprisoned in a cage of shadow. She was a radiant figure, her hair like spun silver, and her eyes holding the wisdom of ages. The Shadow King, a towering figure cloaked in darkness, loomed over her. "You dare challenge me," he thundered, his voice shaking the walls. Elara stepped forward, clutching the golden thread. "Magic doesn't belong to you. It belongs to everyone." The Shadow King laughed, but his amusement turned to fury as the golden thread began to glow brighter. It wrapped around Elara's hands, forming a bow of light. With Lyria's guidance and Kale's strength, Elara aimed and released a brilliant arrow that pierced the Shadow King's heart. With a deafening roar, he dissolved into shadows, and the cage holding the weaver shattered. The weaver stepped forward, her voice like a melody. "You have restored balance," she said, placing a hand on Elara's shoulder. "The magic of the world owes you a great debt." The whispering woods transformed as the weaver was freed. The dark trees became lush and green, and the air hummed with life. The golden thread faded, its purpose fulfilled, but Elara's heart was forever changed. When she returned to Elderglow, the villagers greeted her with awe and gratitude. Yet Elara knew her journey was only the beginning. The world was vast, filled with magic and mystery, and she was ready to embrace it all. And so, the girl with the fiery hair and a heart full of courage became a legend. Her story whispered in the wind and sung by the stars. If tales are your thing, you know what to do. Smash like, subscribe to the Multi-Tale, and let's keep the story going. Catch you in the next one.